am speaking with the one and only Superman of comedy himself, Mr. Rodney Perry, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for AMPS, all entities, radio, TV, and magazine, to be privy to talk with this brother with the new release of the Tyler Perry's movie, Tyler Perry's Madea's Big Happy Family, that he has a role in. Mr. Perry.
Yes,
first of all, thank you for giving us your time. We appreciate you.
Wait a minute. You ain't going to interview me like we all know each other, are you?
A little bit, because somebody else is going to be typing it up. But, you know, it's going to be funny and all good along the way. That was just the intro. Don't get it twisted, because I'm going to be bringing in some stuff. You know, I remember when, chica. But anyhow, we got our own tales, but we're going to keep those aside, and this is going to be strictly about you.
Yeah,
you know, we ain't going to talk about how you encouraged us at that time in at your club in L.A.
Yeah, well, you know, we go back, but I
and
having me on.
I appreciate you.
It's definitely a blessing. The movie Tyler Perry, Madea's Big Happy Family. I'll give you a quick story. Like, they had been trying to cast this role that I got, the role of Harold. So if you're familiar with the play at all, because the play was out for over a year. And Harold was this henpecked husband, and his wife is wilding out. And, you know, they're in the business of being married, but they haven't, you know, really been with each other for over a year. You know, they've been, you know, they got a business together and they got kids together, but, you know, they ain't been loving on each other. So we get to see them take that journey.
Man, I know it's your sister, and I'm sorry, but sometimes, man, you make me so.
You better be quiet. You know she can hear you.
Mm-hmm. But y'all playing. But she can really hear like that. I mean, like a dog.
What is wrong with your sisters, Byron?
Man, what is wrong with women, period?
She's always mad. And it seems like the longer that we're married, the worse it gets.
You on that?
Maybe her and Tammy going through menopause or something.
Oh, it ain't no menopause with Tammy. Tammy was like that when we first met.
But they had been trying to cast this role for like, you know, like 3 months. And Roger Bob, who is Tyler Perry's right-hand man, he came, that's Roger, R-O-G-E-R, Roger, B-O-B, Roger Bob. And he came out to see me do my stand-up. And now, mind you, the movie is shooting on Monday. He came out and saw me the Wednesday before. I got a call Thursday to come in and read for it. Didn't hear nothing Friday. And I was talking to my boy J-Dub on the phone. I said, Jay, they probably went another direction. And the moment that came out of my mouth, the phone rang. It was Tyler Perry Studios telling me, congratulations, you got the role of Harold in Madea's Big Happy Family.
Wow.
So when something is meant for you, it's just meant for you, you know.
Wow, and the universe has spoken. Well, that's awesome. So give us a little inside scoop as far as you can take us in on what it was like to be on the set.
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, more than anything, and you understand this being a comedian, is it's very important if I'm doing a comedy that the person directing me is funny. And that was the first thing I realized, you know, the first day on the set, that Tyler Perry was a funny dude. You know, I respected his comedy, you know, and I was like, okay, this cat is funny, right? And then another thing that he let me improvise, you know, first day on the set. You know, he was like, yo, this is the thing, blah, blah. So I knew right then that we was about to do something special because he let me do my thing.
Wow. So you weren't really put under too much restrictions given you got the script and everything so late. He let you just feel yourself.
I was prepared. Don't get me wrong. I knew my lines. But at the same time, he left room. He was like, Rod, that was hot. Give me something else right there. You know, like that. You know, day one. You know, usually you gotta know a guy to do that. You know, you gotta know your fight.
Right.
And then I got an opportunity to kind of talk with him. He invited us to his home while we were shooting, and you know, I mean, this man's house is ridiculous, China. When I tell you, you know, you can stand up, put your hands all the way out, put your hands all the way up, and never touch none of his fireplace. You can stand inside his fireplace. That just give you a glimpse of it. I mean, it was beautiful too. It was a beautiful home, man. You know, being in L.A., I've been in some mansions before, but this thing was crazy.
Not this thing. Not this thing. Well, I can't wait to walk in yours and be able to do the same thing. Just look like you headed down that path, my brother. A star is born, and now his light is shining in this movie. Now, you've been in other movies. Inform our readers and listeners to the other films.
I was in the movie Johnson Family Vacation, which is odd because I worked with Bow Wow in that film, and so the trip to come back years later and work with him as a man, as a young man, when he walked on the set and saw me, he was like, "Oh, okay, my man, we about to get it in." So that was kind of cool for him to come on and say that because we had scenes together in that movie that was funny. And,
right, yeah, you was a DJ.
He was a little kid back then. Yep, he was a kid back then.
Right.
So we both come full circle. And this is another little piece of trivia. Reuben Cannon, who cast me in Johnson Family Vacation, also cast me in this movie with Tyler Perry. So it all came full circle. It's all relationship.
The universe has spoken. You see, that's my new thing. But anyhow.
I love it.
That's my new thing. That's why I don't offend nobody if you're following God, Buddha, Chuda, whoever. Okay?
The universe has spoken. Well, I love it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, my brother. Now, listen, Rodney, I know you're busy, and we appreciate you taking time with us, but I want to know something about Rodney Perry that other folks haven't been privy to as of yet. A talent that you're keeping hidden right now. Forget the comedy and your acting. I know there's something else, whether it's coin collecting. You like to throw butterflies around. What is it? What is it that Rodney does?
Well, I'm a male exotic dancer, yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. They call me Hot Caramel, and no, I'm joking.
Well, jigga, baby. Okay.
Jigga, baby. No. What's the hidden talent I have? I love games. I'm very competitive. So, I'm an athlete. I play all sports. I try to do my best. And I hate losing. What don't people know? One of my goals in life is to learn how to play the piano. I just want to be the guy one day. You ever been at a party and they have a piano and some guy just walks up and sits down and starts playing like little songs? I want to be that guy one day.
Wow.
And, so I haven't. I've never done that, but that's like one of my goals is to learn how to play the piano. Other than that, I play video games. That's what I do in my off time. I play PlayStation, Madden and NBA 2K11, and I play all the sports games, in my free time. So that's, I draw. I was a pretty good artist. I write poetry sometimes. On my leisure. I do stuff like that. I got a lot of creative bones in my body.
Oh, okay. Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. He did a little bit of everything. What about cooking?
I do cook. And I like to cook. I just don't cook a lot because I'm so junky in the kitchen that my wife kind of banned me from the kitchen a little bit. I cook good, but I'm junky.
And speaking of the wifey, I've known you for some years. We won't get into detail, but how is she transitioning with your transitioning, the wife and the children?
I tell people all the time, like, the thing about my family, like, I couldn't do this without them, I've known a lot of comics, and all they had to depend on was themselves, and it just makes you hustle a little differently when you got a wife and children looking at you, to feed them and clothe them and keep them sheltered. So, my hustle has always been a little greater because of that. Her making the transition, it's been some growing pains, and what I try to do as a husband and a father is prepare my family when I foresee the next level approaching. So, like now I feel like movies are going to come. So I'm like, babe, this was a blessing, me being able to shoot right around the corner, this Tyler Perry movie, but, I might have to go to Australia for a month to shoot a movie. So we got to learn how to be away from each other and still love each other. That's all. And, it's kind of tough sometimes, but, it's the straw I pulled, but she didn't pull it. So I applaud her for just rolling with me as long as she has.
Well, as a fellow comedian, I applaud her also because, like you say, we know how it goes in this game. So I applaud your family for standing by you, letting you do what you do. And look at you now. Everybody gonna eat. So
like I know, it was a time when we were struggling. So
oh yeah. I remember sitting in the back of whatever restaurant that was eating that burger.
Yeah, right. We was at Denny's or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all good, and look at you now. So I'm not gonna hold you up any further. I don't know how many folks you got lined up for your interviews, but we.
I'm at your disposal now. So if you got anything else, don't have to rush.
Okay. Well, yeah. I would like to know where we could see you next, as far as the tour is concerned in your stand-up. And do you still do your room in L.A.?
No. Well, I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
I live in Atlanta, so I have a room in Atlanta that I just started. And then my tour dates it's Rodney Perry All the Way Live. I'm gearing up to shoot my first comedy special. So my upcoming dates, of course, I got I'm here in Atlanta with recording artist Anthony Davis for his CD release party, and then my tour. I go to Hawaii, I go to Chicago coming up, I go to Orangeburg, South Carolina, and I go to Miami, Florida coming up. But all that's on my website, RodneyPerry.com, and you can always kind of keep track of me there, and
what other sites
that's all my good information. Well, my website is Rodney. My website is RodneyPerry.com. My Facebook is Facebook.com / Rodney B. Perry. And my Twitter is @Rodney Perry. So you're very active on all of those pages, and it's a blessing, man. I remember when nobody cared.
I remember too, brother, and I was always there to say, Rodney, it's gonna be okay. No, I'm just playing.
I know.
So, folks, when I say that I'm proud of this brother, I've watched him, been there, seeing him peeping from behind the curtain. And to see where he's at now is truly enlightening for me and gives me the strength to keep carrying on in what I'm doing because I know where he's come from and where he's at now. So everybody can get in on this. All you got to do is stay at it and stay diligent like this brother right here, Rodney Perry, and keep it Superman bad. And you can do that also. Okay? Now, Rodney, before I let you go, I want everybody to go out and see the movie that you're in, Tyler Perry's Madea, Big Happy Family. But I want you to tell them why they need to go out and make sure they bust the theaters wide open to get the seats to see this film.
Well, this is the thing about this film. First of all, we know Tyler Perry makes feel-good movies, but I think this is going to be one of his realest films to date. We touched some real subjects, some real content. Natalie Desselle-Reid, who plays my wife, turns in an incredible performance. Shannon Kane, Isaiah Mustafa, Bow Wow, Loretta Devine, Madea herself, Uncle Joe. It's just a pleasure to be a part of this family. And Rodney Perry is also going to get to share the screen with these people. Come out and be a part of this. We all got a Madea. We all got somebody in our family that is that woman. So, it's good when you have a matriarch of the family and come and share your Madea with our Madea. April 22nd.
Now, I don't know if that was scripted, brother, but you better lock it in because that was good.
It was not scripted.
Okay. It was good. Rodney, we appreciate you taking the time to holler at us here on AMPS. We thank you. Got any shout-outs you want to give before I let you go?
Shout-out to my wife and my kids. Shout-out to my assistant and friend, Madeline. She is awesome, and her birthday is tomorrow. So shout out to Matt and my whole team, Johnny Van, Ryan Evans, and the Gooch. If y'all want to book me, you can book me booking at RodneyPerry.com. Booking at RodneyPerry.com. I am bookable. I will come to your birthday party if you got enough money.
And, of course, we can always catch you on the Monique Show.
Every night.
What? Every night. Tune in, ladies.